today has been actually a really crazy day. So, first of all, if you guys are a little unaware about the whole GME thing, GameStop, I've been following it all day. I only have 4 shares of GameStop, but it was absolutely exciting for me. So, I woke up today and then I heard this news that this guy named Chamath, he had bought a bunch of calls into GameStop saying that when it hits February, he thinks it's going to go up it's going to go up to $115. Now, earlier in this morning, I believe it was around $88. Yesterday, it tanked. I think at the low was around $68, $69. So when people saw this, they were kind of excited about this. And then, let me show you guys this really quickly. So this was the chart today. It was pretty slow. You can see that, show this over here. So you can see it started around 95 and then it dropped over to 88. And I was kind of following it. I was like, oh, frick, I don't know if it's going to go up or down. And then gradually throughout the day, it started going up. You guys know yesterday I had bought it right at the peak. My dumb butt bought it right here. See? So I bought it like right here, and then it halted and it automatically just dropped and it just didn't really recover. But today, something very unusual happened. There were a bunch of halts, and I think because people were so used to seeing the halts, and they had seen the halts kind of shake them out, it just kind of drove the price up. So it would recover. See, so I think it halted. I don't know what happened. I think it shot up and then it halted, and then it just kept going up and up and up. And then at the end of the day, it started resisting. It looked like around $150. I saw it kind of like hover around 147, 148, go back down. And I was thinking to myself, frick, my average is 148.75. Like, come on, come on. And then I see this. So Elon Musk tweeted GameStonk. And almost immediately after that, let's look at how it looked like. So afterwards, it went up to $218. Absolutely crazy. So, yeah, from 147 up to 218, and I really think it was because of Elon Musk. So tomorrow, what I expect to happen, and this is all just my personal opinion, okay? I think that the stock's gonna go up. I do believe there probably will be a sell-off in the morning. I kind of worry about buying stocks immediately at opening. I know some people have this whole market order thing, but my thinking is that if people see the stock go up, right, and they see it like pre-market shooting up, those people might want to take their profits early on, or if they see a drop, right? If people see a drop, they'd be like, "Oh, frick, I gotta sell." So I would not recommend buying towards opening. I would actually wait about 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, and see how things shake out. But my thoughts is because GameStop, you can see it over here, 92%, 50%, 50% after hours. Yeah. So yesterday I was at negative 40%, negative 50%, and now I'm at like I think 40% up, 50% off. I don't know. Difference between 148 and actually, no, it'd be 50%, right? Because this is around the same price that I bought it at. So I'm about 50% off at 50% up. And I know some people would ask, like, how come you didn't invest more money in Erica? I'm pretty risk adverse when it comes to this kind of stuff because I understand that what goes up can also go down. I don't believe in GameStop as a company as a whole. I don't believe it's worth $150. That's just my personal opinion. But I bought into GameStop because I was hearing about this for the last couple of days. I saw the gains, and then at some point I thought, you know what? This thing is actually real. So that's why I purchased it, and I purchased it at what I thought was going to be the peak. And yesterday, you guys heard me say I wish I averaged because I bought 1 share at 131, and then because I saw it booming up immediately, that's what made me buy the 3 shares at $153. So averaged out to 148, and almost immediately right after it halted, and then it just went down. So after I did that stream, it was around here, and I told everybody like, yeah, just average, be careful because this stock I did not know. Was it going to go further down or was it going to go up? And now that I'm looking at it, right, you look at this $148 entry point. Yeah, it doesn't look so bad anymore because it's all the way up here. I'm very aware though this stock can come crashing down tomorrow, but I expect it to recover. And the reason why I expect it to recover is you have Elon over here giving publicity to it. Also, all the people who hear about GameStop day in, day out, hearing about the gains, you hear about certain financial commentators say, oh, GameStop's a sham, oh, it's going to crash, it's going to crash. And then they have to go on air the next day saying, oh, yeah, it went up 50%, it went up 100%. People are going to chase money. And because GameStop is getting that visibility, they're getting that media attention. Similar, and I know people will criticize me for this, but I see it kind of like Bitcoin. Bitcoin was peaking up. People were hearing the taglines like, oh, Bitcoin went up 10% today. Bitcoin went up 20% today. And all these people who did not know anything about Bitcoin went on the Bitcoin bandwagon because they saw it as quick money. Now, GameStop, if you hear about a stock having over 100% gains in one day, 130% gains one day. And yesterday, I believe it was about 50% gains. Wouldn't you want to buy that stock? Wouldn't that encourage people to buy the stock? I know if I was watching TV and I heard about GameStop, I would be very tempted to buy it. So GameStop, I expect it to crash sometime tomorrow. I do think that it will have a shakeout in the morning. Of course, this is just my speculation because people are going to say, hey, this is quick money, this is fast money. Pre-market's probably going to be surging up in the mornings when all these commentators go on. You can look on Google. You can look on Google tomorrow, and people are going to be talking about GameStop looking like it's I imagine someone's going to say, oh, GameStop looks like it's unbeatable. And then they'll talk about how GameStop, the people are holding onto their stocks. They're not selling. The whole idea behind GameStop is they're saying everybody buy the stock. Do not sell until it hits $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. Do I think it's going to hit a $1,000? I can't say. I never in my wildest dream would have ever imagined that it would hit $212. Earlier today, it hit, I think I did a community post. I showed you guys it hit up to like $237 or so. Let's see if I can pull it up. I don't know if it's on here. Yeah, maybe it's not on here. Yeah, I don't think I have the aftermarket. But it hit $237. Now it hit down to $212. So the people who bought it at $237, similar to me yesterday, right? Bought it at the peak. They're going to be holding on because they're going to be expecting it to rise up. And all these people over here who follow Wall Street Bets, that is a subreddit on Reddit, they're going to hear it hammered into their head. Do not sell. Diamond had it. If you sell it, the stock price will go down. And with all these people who've been holding on for 100% gain, you think they're really going to sell? I'm not going to sell. I held on with the 40% loss and it paid off. But how long will this continue? That I don't know. I won't be surprised if it goes up 50% tomorrow. I won't be surprised if it goes up more than that. I'm looking forward to it, but I understand that the stock has a lot of volatility, and anybody who invests in the stock, if you guys choose to invest in the stock, keep in mind it's very volatile. I would personally not suggest going all in. I would have a cap limit, because if you find yourself like I was in yesterday, down 40%, right? You're going to have this kind of anxiety or kind of thoughts like, crap, is it going to go up? I cannot look at charts. I cannot look at fundamentals from here because there is no reason why any stock should go from here to here. This is purely, in my opinion, kind of like gambling. It's not like I can say, oh, yeah, well, if it drops 40%, I'm just going to hold on to it because I believe this company will rise 40% in the next year. I know that I know that the stock could drop from 212 all the way back to 150. It could drop to $100, but I do not think it will happen because for this stock, there's this clear message: do not sell your stock. Let's all hold until we hit $1,000. So there's going to be shakeups. People are getting pretty immune to the halts. If the halts come in, people don't fear it anymore. They're like, well, we've been through this about 8 times, 10 times, 15 times. What's the big deal about a halt? A halt is now kind of seen as a buying opportunity. So when it drops from, let's say, 141 all the way down to 125, you got people who are like, oh, buy, 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 because it went up to 141, see? So it goes up, and then it just kind of, and then it happens again, and then it halts again, and people are like, buy, 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 buy. So yeah, the halting effect isn't doing any shakeouts. That's what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. This is tradingview.com. See that? Tradingview.com. I have it in, where is it? Oh, crap, I forgot it. I have it in this mold, so I made a username, and then I have it in dark color theme. This is how it looks like light color. Oh, God, I hate that theme. So, yeah, make it dark color. See, that looks so much more aesthetic to the eyes. And then I look up a stock over here. See GME over here, and then I click on full feature chart, and then that shows me over here. I really, really like this. I just found out about it, I'd say about a month ago. I feel like such a noob because I know other people are like, Erica, you've been doing stocks for 2 years or so, and you didn't know about trading? I'm like, no, I didn't. I was just going on Google or looking at their charts or looking at Robinhood. And I like this because I see the stock price over here, I see the gain, I see the post market, and I can kind of see the pattern. I can see the 1 day, the 5 day, the 1 month, no, 3 month, wait, 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 3 month, 6 month. See, so you can see this was relative. It kind of like stabilized between here and here, and then it got some publicity, and then it just shot up. Wall Street Bets definitely helped propel that for sure. And yeah, so you can see it was a rapid rise. It started rising around the 12th. So within the last 13 days, it went from what, $22 to $212. Crazy, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, so I caught it yesterday, and at least now I'm invested in with a 50% gain. I feel comfortable. I do not anticipate buying more GameStop because in my conscious, I can't justify buying a $212 stock for GameStop. Like, you asked me about this 2 weeks ago, Erica, would you buy GameStop? I'm like, why the hell would I buy GameStop? That's a dying company. But I do follow the money, and in this case, I just heard about it way too much, and the more I looked into it, I realized, like, you have a dedicated group of people who are holding GameStop, believing it's gonna go up, and I can see, and you guys, if you watched my stream yesterday, you can see it's like, yeah, the numbers don't lie. The people will push it forward, and then when you have like news about it, like Chamath over here, right, doing his calls, and then Elon Musk tweeting about it 1 hour ago. More visibility equals people see, people think like, oh, I should invest in GameStop because these visible people, these billionaires are talking about it. And yeah, so if anybody invests in GameStop, once again, make sure you have a limit. I would, my risk tolerance is not all in. I know some people would say, Erica, if you saw the stock going up so quickly today, why didn't you go all in? I knew from yesterday there's a possibility it could crash down. And if it crashes down, I don't want to be the bag holder. I do not want to have Mara number 2 on me. And I'm comfortable with where I am right now. I have 4 shares of GameStop, I think at 148.75, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it was 148.75. And yeah, and now it's 214. So it works out for me. And then when I hit $1,000, I'll be like, okay, every time it goes up 10%, I'll make $100 off of that. And yeah, good number, good number. But we'll see. We'll see. Will GameStop get to $1,000 each? Don't know, but I'm definitely anticipating people investing in it tomorrow, and I definitely anticipate a dump. But when you have people who are believers of GameStop, and they also see it not only as a way of making quick money, but as a way to kind of screw over big institutions, it becomes personal. So I can honestly say, like, when I look at the stock, I'm happy that it's making money. I'm happy that it's I'm happy that it's increasing, but because I've been kind of following all these people talking about it and rooting for the stock going up, I have to say, I really enjoyed investing into the stock. It's like the entertainment value. I hear people on Wall Street, that's Discord, screaming and be like, buy, 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 sell all your stocks, just buy GameStop. And other people who are playing WrestleMania theme song. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's just super entertaining. So, yeah, was it worth looking at the screen for the last how many hours telling Lewis like, "Oh, it made 110, 120, 130. Oh, it's at 145. Oh, it's at 147." And that kind of thing. He's probably annoyed with me yelling about this thing. But I'm genuinely happy that all the people who invested yesterday, who bought at the peak, people who bought much more stocks than me. There are people who invested like $50,000 at the peak yesterday. I'm happy that it panned out for them, but I do worry what happens if there is a mass sellout. This is a very unique situation, in my opinion. I've never come across a stock where it shoots up so quickly. You have what appears to be a coordinated movement telling people, do not sell your stocks, do not sell your stocks, diamond handed, do not sell your stocks. And the people who are diamond handing, who are not selling, they're getting rewarded, right? The people who held on to yesterday get to see over like 130% gains. So all these people are conditioned into thinking, okay, I'm going to buy more, and if it tanks, I'm just going to hold on to it. Very, very unusual situation. Yeah, but I really see it kind of like Bitcoin. And there's no way to chart it. So yeah, hold on, let me show you guys this. The CEO of GameStop hasn't made any statements, but you know who has made a statement? The CEO, I believe, or BlackBerry, the company. I can't remember if it was the CEO or the company itself, but they were asked what they thought about BlackBerry's rise, and they said, "We do not know what is causing the rise." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? You should have said something like, 'Oh, we're so happy that investors finally believe in our stock because we've been working hard on trying to." Give trying to convey the image or convey that BlackBerry is a very valuable stock, and we plan to be the innovator in the forefront for cybersecurity, for something like that, for the EV cards, like something like that. But for them to come out and say like, we don't know what's causing it, that is just like, oh, it pissed me off. Yeah, so everybody's saying like hold on to GameStop until Friday because that's when the that I forgot what it is. Like I'm not very good with this whole like stock margin uh call stuff, but something like Friday there's going to be some sort of squeeze, and yeah, there you should hold on to it because it's going to drive up the price either on Friday or Monday. So that kind of conveys to people like, okay, hold on to the stock, hold on to the stock. I have no reason to sell the stock right now, for obvious reasons. I'm curious to see how much it rises up. If it turns into a $300 stock, I'm not going to be surprised at all. If it turns into a $400 stock, I'd be like, huh? If it goes up to $500, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Yeah, so the Volkswagen short squeeze, I saw that chart as well. People were saying that Volkswagen got up to $1,000 at one point. So that's why people believe that GameStop can get up to $1,000. You just like if people sell, I guarantee you they're not going to be the one wanting to hold the bag. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want to add more, right? Because if I add more and I don't know when this run stops, if it starts falling down, I don't want to be the one holding the bag. The other thing too that I want to convey to you guys is this. With a stock that has so much volatility, I'm not going to lie to you, it gets kind of, you have this on the back of your mind. I've only invested about $500 into this stock. So if I walk away and it goes 40% in one day, I'm going to be like, frick, I'm out $250 or so. But for the people who invested $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $250,000, to see it go down 40% in one day, or to think about it might go down 40% in one day, that's a lot of stress. Again, you don't know if it's going to recover. So that's why I'm really hesitant about the whole idea of going all in on something like this. It's not like me going all in on a company like Amazon or Apple or Microsoft. I have faith that even if I go all in and it tanks, let's say 10% on one day, the long-term view of that company stays. Versus this one, if I buy it and it tanks 40% and I buy it, let's say at $260, how do I know it's ever going to get to $260 again? You see? So that's a whole nother pressure, and that's something that I want people to think about. Some people are very ballsy, so they say like, oh, I don't care if I lose half my life savings on this. I don't care if I lose like half of my retirement account. I am not that risk. I'm very risk adverse when it comes to stocks that I can't chart out or stocks that I see no long term vision in. And this is really just chasing the money and hoping that I got in at the right place. But when the stock is crashing, or if I do feel like it hits like a certain level, I will gladly get out. Or even if it drops 40% where I'm at right now, I would say, you know what, $250 loss. It was a humorous ride. I only lost $250 for the other people. If they lost a lot more money, that hurts a lot. So it's like you don't know where it's gonna be. Um, so yeah, I make these streams because I just want to show you like how it is to invest in a stock like this and see how this pans out. I'm lucky, it pans out for me right now. But how do I don't know if someone buys it like $300 or 250 if it suddenly crashes, right? All those people are gonna say, frick, I invested $40,000 at it when it was $250 and now it's 125 or something like that. Like if it drops to 125 for me, that wouldn't be that bad if it went from 250 to 125. But for some people, it's a lot of stress. And yeah, don't go all in. Just my opinion. If you really need the money and you can't afford that kind of risk, because it's sickening to see any investment, big or small, drop 40% and you don't know what tomorrow brings. Yeah. So the game strategy, in case you guys are unaware, is what Wall Street Bets is saying is buy the stock. If you see a dip, buy the dip and hold on. Just don't sell your stock. Hold on, and that's basically it. So I'm holding on to my stocks. I diamond handed it. I have no problem diamond handing it. Um, and it paid off for me, but I'm lucky. I don't know what tomorrow has to bring. I don't know what 2 days from here has to bring. And yeah, so all my recent acquisitions right now, GameStop, BlackBerry, Acoustic AKTS, um, CCIV, I'm all in the positive. The only one that I'm freaking in the negative for is Mara, Mara, that freaking cryptocurrency stock. And I'm like, oh, frick. I was thinking yesterday about selling Mara and then throwing it into GameStop, but yeah, I was like, oh, Erica, what if you take out the money from Mara, put it into GameStop, and then it tanks 50%, right? Then I'd feel like, oh, Erica, really? You just made the situation worse. That would have been a good thing to do, but I don't, it's like, I know it feels like Mara's kind of bottoming out. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but yeah, I'm just gonna ride GameStop at my 4 little shares and see what happens. If it goes up to $1,000, I don't think that's gonna happen, but who knows? I'm just gonna be holding. I don't have to do anything about it. Four shares times 1,000 would be $4,000, and if it drops 100%, which it won't do, but let's just say it goes back to whatever levels it was before. Let's go. Let's find this again. 3 months. Here we go. So before it was like $20. So if it drops down $120, right? $120 times four. If I lose, if it goes down to $80 from like $560, and I lose $480, I'd be okay with that too. I honestly would be okay with losing $480. That's one of the things about stocks, that this kind of stock you have to be very comfortable doing. You don't know what's going to happen. There is a small chance you can lose all of it, or it can just retract back. I do not think it's going to happen again, but whatever you do, you got to be comfortable with it. My risk tolerance, once again, was $580 or so. That's all I was willing to risk. The thing is that you don't know how high stocks are gonna go. I shared with you guys, like, I invested in Tesla back in 2018, and it was like 300. I bought it at $352, and then I forgot all about my little one Tesla stock, and then it split. So my one stock at 352 split into five stocks, and then now I think it's worth about 800 a share. No, 900 a share. So I turned 352 into to yeah 4,500. So that's the benefit of holding on to stocks, if you believe in them long, or if you just want to test the waters. But that one I got really lucky on. I didn't expect it at all. In fact, I was actually shitting on Tesla for a while, because I listened to one of the conference calls and I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about, being asked stupid questions, and he doesn't want to take these kind of stuff. I was like, frick, this is so terrible. And then he also said in another, I think, conference call or interview, that he felt his stock was too overpriced. And I was like, oh no, don't say your stock is too overpriced. I'm invested in your freaking stock. So I know, like, some people really admire Elon for that kind of talk, but it scared me, and I think that was one of the reasons why it's like I didn't feel comfortable investing into Tesla. I stopped focusing on Tesla as a stock, and next thing I know, I'm like, whoa. When did it go up like 500 or 800%? Like, when the hell did that happen? And it blindsided me. It really blindsided me. It went up to, they did a, yeah, they went from one share to, I think, five. One share to five, one to five, or one to four. I can't remember, because Apple did something similar to that too. So yeah, I'm holding on to Mara, Andrea. So yeah, I was just like, okay, let's just see what happens. So I'm not touching my portfolio right now. I'm kind of happy with how it is. Again, you guys hear about me buying stocks and moving around stocks. I only do a small percentage of my portfolio. I am basically a long, all the way. So I do not like to fiddle faddle with my stock too much. That could be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. The good thing is that I don't have to keep an eye on it all day, every day. I can walk away and feel comfortable with it. But for a stock like GameStop, again, I would not. I would have anxiety if I didn't look at this stock every day, because if I was to invest tomorrow, let's say at $214, I don't know. Is it gonna retract back? Is it gonna go higher? Right? Because remember, I bought over here and then it fell down here, and then luckily it shot up over here. So it went higher than the price I bought. But how about the people who are investing in now? Will it go down? GameStop is a company, in my opinion, that isn't anything special. You can buy the GameStop games at Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon. It doesn't have any competitive advantage. There is no like special technology that GameStop has that other companies don't. The shipping, I hear that if I remember correctly, that they're gonna reorganize things. Do this like delivery service. Was it DoorDash? I can't remember, but something like that. They're planning to change it around, but I question, like, how much more can you change around a place that sells games, right? Like, people, at the end of the day, people just want to buy their games. They just want the games in their hand. So yeah, I just don't see the valuation on it. There's just so many places you can buy it. A lot of people go on Amazon, and Amazon is well diversified. So I'm a big, big fan of Amazon, big supporter of Amazon. They have so much different acquisitions. They got Whole Foods, they got Twitch, they got Zappos. And GameStop, yeah, GameStop just has their physical brick and mortar stores. And right now we're in the you know what situation. So how many foot traffic do you have over there? Are they bleeding money because of rent? Depending on certain areas, it can be kind of expensive to have a GameStop store. So these are all kind of things that I'm thinking about, and it factored in about why I decided to like limit the amount of money that I put into GameStop, because if it does retract back, I know GameStop has no reason to be at like the $200 level at all. I would have priced GameStop a lot lower. You know, like the $20 price when I saw it, I thought like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. It's kind of like a crappy company in my opinion. I understand they did reorganization changes. They brought the guy in from Chewy. He is really dedicated and turning around GameStop, but at the end of the day, they're just a reseller of games. They're a reseller of games, electronic game systems. They do the buyback for the games. It's like, what's so special about it? It's not like they're making their own gaming system. It's not like Sony, you see? Oh yeah, pre-orders. Yeah, yeah. So people go over there and they get the pre-orders, and they got those little Funkos that they have the GameStop exclusives. But you know, like frick, you could do that at I'm sure you could do that at other places if you wanted to. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon has pre-orders. I think they do have pre-orders, right? Like if you were interested in a game, maybe you could order it in advance. Yeah, so what is the logic of it going up like this? Okay, so here's the idea behind it. I don't know why specifically they chose GameStop, but from what I heard is that someone did analysis of it and they felt like it was undervalued. And they brought in a new management team in. And the idea behind this GameStop movement, it's two things. Like people want to make quick money. They want to make they want the stock to go up to $1,000, but also it's screwing over those companies who do shorts. So when you buy a stock, you you know you think your stock's gonna go up, right? But there's also maybe someone else out there who believes like it's gonna fall. So what these companies do is that they allow these people to like borrow a share or something along those lines, and but they don't really physically have the share. So they like make money off the idea that the stock's gonna go down, and like this kind of stuff kind of goes over my head. But basically, what all it goes down to is they want to buy up the price of the stock and then screw over the companies that are betting that GameStop is going to go down. And by doing that, yeah, they feel like they would bleed them out billions of dollars. And there was this one place called I think Melvin Capital. They lost like $2 billion, and allegedly, every time the price of GameStop goes up 11.95, the company loses $1 billion. So they just borrowed some money from another company. I think yesterday or 2 days ago for $2 billion. Look at this. It's gone up way more than $22 today. So they're screwed again, and yeah, it's like uncharted territory. So I don't know what the market repercussions of pulling down a company that is doing shorts, you know, making them lose billions of dollars, what the consequences. And but all I know is that the stock price is going up. So people see it as a big fu to those short companies, and they also see it as a way to make money easily, you know, as a group of people who are not professional investors or firms or something like that. They're like, we're all gonna just band together, put our money together, and buy this game stock, and all we're gonna do together is hold. Just hold, hold, hold. Do not sell, and we're all gonna hold until it hits like $420 or $1,000. And the idea is that everybody who's been holding onto the GameStop stock gets rich. Now, my concern too is this: GameStop at 148 or $100 or $30 was a lot, is, you know, not too bad in terms of price point. But when it hits $800, how much people really want to buy and sell an $800 stock? I mean, that's just $800 for one share possibly. So when I was looking at between GameStop and BlackBerry, this is just my opinion, right? I thought BlackBerry had more room to go up because BlackBerry right now is about $18 a share, 18, $19 a share. So volume wise, if people invest into BlackBerry, there's more room for it to run up versus investing in a one $203 share. But we'll see. We'll see. BlackBerry ran up a little today, not as much as I had hoped. Looks like she's taking a break, so let's see BlackBerry today. So when I look at this stuff, the other reason why I'm a little apprehensive is this. I've shared this with you guys before. I think, what is the price I can double my money? It's been my focus for here, and I don't know how easily I can double my money at $212 a share. You see, because that means between 212 and what 424, there needs to be a lot of buying activity, and I think the stock's gonna encounter resistance because at some point people are not gonna want to spend the money to buy GameStop shares, or they're gonna get kind of scared because they're gonna say, I'm paying $200 for this freaking company that 1 month ago was $20. You see, this not GameStop is not like a cryptocurrency or anything. It's not like an innovative retailer. There's just so many other places that sell games and electronic games and that kind of stuff. Like controllers and headsets. It's just nothing special about GameStop. I shouldn't be saying that as someone who owns GameStop, but I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. So BlackBerry is let's say $20. Let's just round it to $20. It's more realistic for BlackBerry to hit $40 than GameStop to hit $410. 210 times 2, right? 400. Yeah, I think it's more realistic because more people can afford buying shares here than here. And also the fundamentals of BlackBerry is stronger than GameStop. So I'm just kind of waiting for BlackBerry to go up. She went up 10% today, which isn't bad. But it seems that all the volume is getting pumped up over to GameStop. So you could be safe and you could buy into BlackBerry. And of course, this is just me just talking, right? This is not financial advice. You could just buy into BlackBerry if you wanted to and get the 10% gain. But then you look at GameStop and you see 130% gain, right? What would people more likely want to invest in? More people would want to invest in GameStop, but long term, I think BlackBerry is the one to go for. BlackBerry, I don't think she's gonna get that boost as she definitely won't get that nice big boost like GameStop has. But if I was left holding the bag for any company, right, BlackBerry or GameStop, I would be happy to hold BlackBerry over GameStop because I know BlackBerry wouldn't, like, if BlackBerry crashed, I know long term wise there would be more future than GameStop. And then the other thing too is this. So I would recommend, if anybody invests in any stock, I'm not just talking about BlackBerry or GameStop, I would say make sure you average. Have a limit. For certain stocks that are hype stocks like BlackBerry or GameStop, or just be aware that it could have a 50% drop, and make sure you have your risk tolerance. Do not forget that. My risk tolerance is $500. That was it. I was like, okay, if it drops 50% and I lose 250, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because again, you don't know when it's going to go down. I can't track fundamentals. I don't know the long-term vision of it. I mean, the long-term vision of freaking GameStop being $210, like, no, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. So yeah, if you want to go with like this or this and you're unsure, just split it. I know some people would say, oh, you should go all in on GameStop and not do BlackBerry. You know what? If you feel like one's gonna go up and one's gonna go down, just do, portion of BlackBerry and portion of GameStop, and make sure you average. I would not recommend going all in into GameStop, especially not at open. Again, I told you guys that I expect it to crash once the market opens. Whenever I look at the market, I always think like, hey, see, like it opens over here and then it crashes downwards. And then you see it kind of go up. But, if you were like, if you bought over here, for instance, right here at the peak when it opened, and then you saw it kind of go close, and then you saw it go over here, you would feel sick. You'd be like, frick, I bought it right at open, and now it's over here. Now, thankfully, GameStop made a recovery, and it went all the way up here. But when you buy it over here, I feel like that drop, if that drop comes, it would bring a lot of anxiety. And so that's why I don't do this whole like buy it market open thing. I don't feel comfortable with it. Yeah, so I think there is still money to be made on GameStop. However, I don't know where it caps out. You have a bunch of people who are saying things like buy GameStop, we can drive it up to $1,000. You got the people who dream about it, and they just, let's just be honest here. You got people who are greedy. So even if they have 100% gain, or in my opinion, a 50% gain, it's just gonna be like, let's hold because we think that we can still ride it up. Pre-market tomorrow is going to be insane. Look at this. Post-market already now is 41%. After, so it closed at 147, and then after it closed it went up to, it's now 41%. So I expect there to be a crash tomorrow and maybe a pullback to around 175. This is just my speculation. Okay, I expect there to be a pullback, or there's going to be a drop, and then after the drop, maybe it's going to continue rising up like it did today, or maybe it's going to like level out. I don't know. But as the price of GameStop gets higher, in my opinion, you're going to have less buyers, because people are going to look at the chart and they're going to say, let me look at the chart. Okay, why am I paying $200 for the stock? What's the reason behind it? Oh, just because a lot of people are pumping up the stock. Yeah, like look at this. Like, people are gonna say, I don't want to have a repeat over here where I buy over here and then it crashes down. So that's a scary thing about it. But whatever you do, I would highly recommend averaging. So let's say you wanted to put in $1,000 into GameStop or any stock at all. What I would recommend is time it out. So you see like a drop, like let's say you see a drop over here, right? You could buy one share over here, and then you see it. Let's say you see it, right? And then you're like, oh crap, it's surging up. You buy one stock over here, and then I know you can't like but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you could see it like over here, and then you're like, oh, I can see it's averaging out. Oh, let me buy the stock like right around here, and then maybe you hold off and then you buy it right over here. But the whole idea is that it kind of averages out, so that way you're not all the way like at the high level, or you're not all the way at the low level. For me yesterday, I bought one stock over here, and I bought my other three over here like a total idiot. I wanted to average. If I just had averaged, I could have bought one over here, waited, maybe bought one over here, and then one over here. And that would put me in a better position than if I had just bought, three stocks over here and then one over here. So if you average it out, you have a chance of bringing your average down or average up slowly. That's why I'm sharing this with you guys. I don't want you guys to be like all in on one time and then it just kind of busts in your face, just like it did for me yesterday. So with a stock like this, if you guys invest a lot of money in it, I will guarantee you guys probably won't be comfortable, because you will not know, is it going to crash hard when you're not looking. Okay, because it can go up hard, or it can crash hard, or it might stabilize. But at the end of the day, do we think that the $200 can hold long term for a year? I got some real sincere doubts about that. I think it's gonna go down within a year for sure. But I don't know. You don't, whatever people invest in, right? They don't want to be the one holding the bag when it drops 50%.
Are you a bag holder?
I was a bag holder, but now I'm holding a bag with a 50% gain. What?
You're adorable.
What? I was holding that bag. I was reading on Wall Street Bets yesterday, and people were saying something like, we gotta run up the price to help our fallen our fallen soldiers at
Yeah, the
140,
people that-
150 range.
The people that bought at 150 when it went down to 60 were probably shitting themselves. But
Yeah,
that's the
that
thing.
was me.
The camaraderie, that's what you have to appreciate, is they said, we're not leaving you behind.
I
We are all
know.
going to buy in.
I know. I was like, help me. I'm at 148. I'm not at 150.
Maybe they'll remember the morons that bought BlackBerry next.
Huh?
Maybe they'll
No,
remember
you
the
know what's
idiots
going to
that bought
happen in my
BlackBerry.
opinion? I think after GameStop has its run, you're going to have people wanting to pump up another stock and people are going to say, BlackBerry, let's go back to BlackBerry.
They don't mention BlackBerry anymore at all.
No, what they said is they told people, they said like go into GameStop, but people are kind of cautious about GameStop. I think people are going to get cautious the higher the price goes up.
No, I don't think you're gonna see people buying at 300 and 400 except for the true.
Yeah, that's what I was.
autistic people.
Oh, well, I'm not freaking buying more shares on this. I was already shocked that I the only reason why I bought.
You cash out your retirement account.
The only reason why I bought GameStop at 153, right? Because I averaged. I had one at 131 and then I had three at 153. The only reason why I bought at 153 is I saw it surging up and I thought, frick, past couple of days I heard about GameStop surging up. F it. Let me just buy it. And then I did not expect that crash to happen. So, learning experience.
Cool.
People are gonna stop buying when they don't when the stock price gets crazy. Like right now, people might be able to afford $200. In terms of volume, but how many people? Let's be honest here. Like BlackBerry is a lot more affordable at $18.92 a share versus $200 a share. See that? If you want to double your money, I think BlackBerry is more realistic in terms of the volume.
Advisor. This is not financial investment
Yeah,
advice.
no, I've already said that. I've already said that.
Financial advice.
I've already said that. This is just all my opinion.
SEC, sue Erica, not me. This
No.
is not my stream. I'm just
No.
lying down here next to her, but I am not. SEC, go after her. Not me. I did a video on stock investing like 4 years ago where I went over what all the terms mean. What
Really?
I
never saw that
I
video.
fucking deleted it, yeah.
How come you deleted it?
Because it could be seen as financial advice.
No, you're just doing explain
Oh,
explain
fuck.
it like I'm 5.
Oh, fuck. I went over what's total equity, what does all this shit mean?
Really? How come
like,
you don't
what is
teach me this
shareholders'
stuff?
equity? What?
How come you don't teach me this stuff?
'Cause
You
you,
could
in-
talk.
you invest based on memes.
No, I don't invest based on memes. Amazon's not a meme. I invest.
Amazon's the biggest meme.
Oh, come on! I
When Jeff
invested.
Bezos gets the guillotine,
I invested into Amazon back in 2018. And you know what? I am a freaking diamond hands over here. Okay, nobody can argue
should I
with my
sell
diamond
all
hands.
of my stock just to buy into GameStop? So I
Hell
get
no!
more
Are you
fucked?
kidding me? No way! You wanna be pooping out bricks? I don't think you do.
I really.
You're gonna
should've
be-
bought
you're gonna
more
be
than what
crying.
I bought nothing. I didn't buy enough.
You didn't buy enough. See, this is the whole fear of missing out mentality, right? Let's say you have a person who bought, like me, right? I bought 5 shares of GameStop. Yeah, I'm at 50% gain right now. You got people who spent like 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 life savings into GameStop, and they're like, oh, I'm happy. But I cannot risk easy knowing GameStop can crash. Because there's no technical chart behind it. Like BlackBerry, if BlackBerry, I feel more comfortable with it. I'm like, okay, they just had this partnership with, who was it? That Chinese company? Baidu? Was that right? Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. But BlackBerry just has this partnership with Baidu, and it's about their QNext thingy-majingy. And I thought, like, oh, this is good. Partnerships is good. Investments are good. Systems in EV vehicles is good. GameStop. What the hell does GameStop have? Their pre-orders, their rip-off in terms of what their buyback for their games is? Like... Oh, I did invest in GameStop in 2018. I think... Yeah. So I do this kind of stuff with a portion of my portfolio, but my main holdings, I don't touch at all. I do not touch. Because I believe in it. So, yeah. So my diamond hands stock, this is something that I diamond hands. So this one, and I'll show it to you guys again. JD.com. You guys some of you guys may have heard about it. For the longest time, it was called Just Down, and I was hurt by it because I was like, no. Okay, so Wait. What the hell? No, I don't want
Melvin Capital is down another 25% on GameStop.
that. Yeah, they're losing a lot of money.
GameStop can't stop, won't stop.
How come I can't do my 5-year chart of this stock? Hold on.
Thank God someone influential is on our side. By the way, you know that his cat's name is Blackberry.
Yeah, this guy made Reddit, so. Okay, here we go. Is that it? 5-year? Here we go. So look at this. So I started investing in like December 2017. And then I bought I bought games. Oh my god. I bought JD around here, 4702. And this is the freaking diamond hands over here,
Ryan
you guys.
Cohen is now a billionaire.
So I bought this stock around 4702. Let's just say it's around here, okay? And then after I bought it, you guys, all this stuff happened. CEO got arrested for charges, sexual charges or so, allegedly. And then the stock dropped down to $19. And this is like 25% of my holdings, you guys. So it dropped all the way over here, but I was like, oh, JD, they have good financials. You know, they have this partnership with Walmart. They partnered with Google. I think Google invested $500 million in there, and they were dealing with logistics. They're basically like the Amazon of China. So the reason why I held on to JD for so freaking long is because I believe the long term of it. So although I was holding on to it from 2018, I didn't break even until this year, like this year in May. And then now it's at $96. But that's the whole thing. If you invest money into a stock and it goes down, you have to believe in the long-term financials of it. If you don't believe in it, yeah, it's going to be just a big damper on your portfolio. So when I look at GameStop, like I don't think anybody's planning to hold it long, but I can't justify that $200 price point. And if it tanks 50%, I don't really see a reason to recover it. If you didn't have people like pumping it up. So, yeah, things like this, like I'm very, very happy about JD going up. I think one of the reasons why it went up is because of the situation, and now it's like they have all this. Now they have all this like publicity, and I hear about people, companies saying like, "Oh yeah, invest in JD and not Baba." I sold off Baba. I got tired of wondering where the hell Jack Ma's in the world, and I don't regret it. I don't regret selling Baba for now, and yeah, like when I look at this sort of thing, I think it's very important to analyze a portfolio and say, do you believe in the long-term viability? Another stock that just had earnings today is Microsoft. So look at Microsoft's chart, for instance, right? Strong. It tanked. What was this? Oh, it tanked this year. It tanked this year during the situation, you know, that everything freaking tanked around this time. But yeah, Microsoft's a good stock. Okay, 6 months looks, I don't really like the 6 month. That looks like fucking Amazon to me. Whoops. But yeah, it's like one of those stocks you don't worry about holding long. And then they did good on their earnings. So it went up. But so if you hold on to this and it tanks like from here to here, you don't worry about it. It won't trigger a mass sell-off or it's going to attract buyers. When you hold on to a meme stock, you don't have this kind of long-term confidence. And again, if you hold on to a stock like Microsoft, and this is not financial advice, it's just me just being general over here, you don't have to worry about if it crashes. Now, GameStop, that thing crashes, you don't know if you're going to see your money back. GameStop is doing, yeah, everybody's saying GameStop. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes on tomorrow. We will see. I think it is gonna crash. I just don't know when. And I think a lot of people are just like, they just get off into this like thing where they just hope for $1,000 and see how it happens. If GameStop does explode or implode, I'm only gonna be out max $480 because I put in.
I'm debating selling at the open tomorrow.
Huh?
Or should I wait for it to get all the way to 1,000?
You should put in a stop loss.
It's gonna go to 1,000.
No, put a stop loss.
Yeah,
in
but
there.
stop loss is useless because it goes like to 60, 227, 150, 60, 227.
No, but like let's say if let's say for this way, right? If you bought at $200 you can make your stop loss price at 220. So that way, if it drops down to 220, it automatically sells for you and you have a 10% profit margin. See? Then you don't have to worry about it.
It's going to drop immediately tomorrow. And it's going to go. It goes up post market,
yeah, but it's
goes
not
down after.
Yeah, but it's not going to crash that hard in my opinion. I think maybe it'll drop maybe 20%, maybe 30%, but I think with all the publicity, with the whole Elon thing and this stuff, and then you'll have all those articles coming out. Oh, GameStop had a 100. Actually, you know what? Let's check out the articles coming out right now. Let's check this out. So look at this, 92.7 gain.
What are you talking about?
Oh look, GameStop jumps after hours as Elon Musk tweets out Reddit board that's hyping up stock. See?
I don't understand what hell is it.
No, when the publicity for GameStop stock going up so much, and Elon Musk is tweeting out support.
Nothing goes up that much post-market and doesn't go down at opening the next day.
Yeah, but you're going to have more people buying in, and they're going to try to buy in the dip. It's the fear of missing out stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I do think it's going to go up tomorrow. I do expect there to be a crash, but overall, I expect the stock to be up significantly.
This market has to fucking crash. It's either this or the dollar gets destroyed.
Hmm?
Either the stock market crashes or the dollar
You know
crashes.
what else stock people have been criticizing big time, and they said they can't wait for it to go down? Tesla. A lot of people said like Tesla was overvalued. They're like, oh, just wait. It's gonna. All these people who buy the Tesla puts, and they're like, oh, just wait. This is the earnings. It's gonna be obliterated. People are gonna open up their eyes, and they're gonna realize it's a scam.
0-day expiry Tesla puts tomorrow.
Huh?
0-day expiry Tesla puts.
Not a good idea because I think earnings for Tesla is tomorrow as well.
Buy a bunch of 0-day expiry Tesla puts.
Tesla, and I think Visa is tomorrow
and then
too.
I'm gonna wear a wolf mask.
I think Tesla earnings is tomorrow. Let me check earnings. Is it tomorrow? It is. Look at this. Investors eye 2021 targets after record-setting year. Yeah, don't buy your put for Tesla. I would not buy a put for Tesla, and I would not buy a put for Apple. That's a 100%. Like, don't do any of those puts. Yeah, what is Apple earnings? Oh, let's check. Actually, let me check over here. So, yeah, seems like BlackBerry isn't moving up as much as GameStop, obviously. But, you know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. 11%. Okay.
Stop.
So let's look at Tesla. I think Tesla earnings is tomorrow. I really think so.
Can't stop.
It's gonna hit over 900.
Do we have any other food or no?
No, we just have the stuff in the fridge. Cause what?
There's just toppings. No, just in case I'm hungry later. I just want to know if I should go out and get something.
Well, I thought you just ordered food.
I know, but I ate it.
Okay, then order more food. I mean, like you could get yogurt.
Do we have any yogurt though?
Oh no! Did you eat all the yogurt?
So we have none.
You want me to go out and buy you yogurt? No, because I mean, like, I don't know what you want to eat. That's the thing. But we have a whole bunch of fruit if you want to eat it, and we have.
Not food. Food's a topping.
He doesn't want to eat fruit. There's avocado, I think, if you want. Okay, avocado's a topping too. There's chips. I don't know. There's chips and there's cookies. He's a really picky eater, so it's hard for me to figure out what he wants to eat. So right now he orders his own food and.
Oh, never mind. We have eggs. I'll just eat that.
Well, he'll eat eggs. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically his diet: eggs, yogurt, and takeout. And anything else I buy, like fruit or something like that, he doesn't want to eat it. Shit, I don't have butter. I just realized. I just ran out of butter. Oh, I don't know what time is it. No, it's still early. No, I can go and buy you yogurt after this.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy him yogurt. If I don't buy him yogurt, he's gonna get hungry later on today. Yeah. So, yeah, I have a whole bunch of food in the fridge, but he doesn't want to eat it. And I have avocados in the fridge, and he doesn't want to eat it. And yeah, food I make, he doesn't want to eat, so he just eats like burritos most of the time. And yeah, chips is not good, so he doesn't eat that. No cookies either. Really hard to him. He has very, very particular taste. Let me put it that way. Very particular taste. I think so. Tesla right now is 883. I don't know how they're gonna. I think that, let me put it this way: even if Tesla goes down a couple percent after earnings, like I heard AMD did well, but they went down a bit. Long term of Tesla and long term of this stock, there's a lot of faith in Tesla, and Tesla's always innovating. So I really do believe it's just a matter of time until they hit 900, and then after they hit 900, then people are going to try to push it up to 1,000 because that's another area. And the whole thing about Tesla, from what I read about people who do own Tesla stock or people who are long Tesla, they always say like, do not sell your Tesla, do not sell your Tesla, because the stock keeps appreciating in price. Like look at the 5-year price of this stock. Crap, damn it. Like look at this stuff. Like it kind of just shot up within the last year. See, it just went up it just went up. No, he doesn't like eating stew. So I make beef stew, and he doesn't want to eat stew because he thinks stew is weird. So no soup, no stew. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not it. He's vegetarian. He's not vegan. Hey, I don't have butter, so you're gonna have to use avocado oil.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I used up the butter to make eggs earlier today. Oh. Actually, wait, I do have butter. Yeah, I do have butter. Yeah, I think so too, but yeah. Different tastes for different, some people have very particular tastes, so no stew, no soup, no fruit. Avocado is not a food. Yeah. Um just one of those like things is like it's so hard to figure out what he wants to eat. So he decides to just take out food rather than have me cook anything. He just orders out food. And I don't mind cooking food. Like I like cooking food, but ultimately he wants to eat food that he wants to eat, right? So if he's not happy with the food that I make, then it's better if he just orders his own food. It's a topping though. It's not considered a full food, and I don't know. I don't mind eating avocado. I ate mango today. I had stew today. I had rice today. What else did I eat today? I think I might have had a cookie somewhere in there. I had coffee with milk today. That's so yeah. Anyway, going back to this thing because I was getting a little distracted over here. Yeah, I do think that was earnings tomorrow. I like this because it tells me where earnings is. If I can find the stupid earnings, where's the earnings? Oh, earnings here, January 27th. See, so they tell me how it's gonna be. The next earnings here. Oops, sorry you guys. January 27th here. And I expect them to shoot up to 900. I don't really know how I feel about Tesla stock right now. Just my opinion, because I feel like there's just so much, like people from was pulling out money from Tesla in order to invest in GME, and it's not a bad thing. Of course, if you look at the percentage growth, right, GME is growing faster than Tesla. They didn't double in the last day, but I don't know. It's like there's just this fear that I have if I invest more into GME, then it will tank, and then you'll be left holding the bag. And if you invest, let's say $100,000 and it tanks $50,000, that's a big loss. With a stock like Tesla, though, you don't have to worry about that. And if it does tank, I think there's enough of a fan base for it to recover. Oh yeah. See, so Michael was saying the same thing that I was saying earlier today, earlier in the stream, that I do believe that GameStop will go up, but I just want to tell you guys that if do not invest unless you're comfortable with volatility. You guys can look at the chart for GME, and you can see that it can go up and it can go down, and if you're not okay with it doing these kind of drops, you see where it just, where is this one day? Yeah, if you're not okay with it like going like this, and then you're gonna see halts too. So if it halts, I think it halted at least twice today. Let's see. Maybe I know there was a halt here and a halt here, but I don't remember if there was any other halt. But if it halts, sometimes it shakes out buyers. And then if it drops up in price, like let's say you bought here and it halts, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be like, oh frick, is it gonna recover? If it does recover, you'll be okay. But there comes to be a limit after a while. And I think I don't know where the resistance is. I thought today the resistance was going to be around 150 and then it broke down to 150. It passed 175 and yeah, where is it going to go tomorrow? I have no freaking idea. Maybe 250? Maybe higher? I don't know. It's really just uncharted territory at this point. But because it hit 230, at some point today, I think it hit 235. I think it's realistic to think that it's going to hit at least 235. But kind of scary. Kind of scary after a while. Who's gonna buy? I don't know. I don't know who the hell would be buying GME as it gets more expensive. So I think you'll have more holders. And then there's gonna come a point, my other fear is that if the stock drops, let's say the stock goes from here to here, right? You're going to tell people to buy. At some point, people are going to run out of money to buy because they're going to say, frick, I invested all this money back when it was, let's say, around $100 or $106. And now it's over here and people are telling me to buy the dip. But I don't have any money. So when people don't have money and I don't know what happens after that. Because I've never had to think about this kind of stuff before, but this is really just chasing the wave. And yeah, where am I? I am right. Okay, in terms of today, actually, you can't even count me really because I'm over here and then now it's over here. So I don't have any post-market chart. But yeah, I'm over here. So it closed at 147, like right around where I am. And then right now the current price is 216. So, but I expect it to definitely go up tomorrow. I expect there to be a crash, but I expect it to go up. Yeah, aftermarket over here, 216.50. So after it closed out, look at this. It went up 46%. So I was like losing my mind. I was like looking at the chart all day and I was like, what the beat? How the hell did this thing go up 40%? It's 46%. It's because the Elon Musk tweet. This one, Game Stunk, that came out, and all these people are like, oh my gosh, Elon. Yeah, it is insane. I've looked at a bunch of stocks. I've never seen anything like GameStop, and I would hold this with great caution. I know that there is a possibility, right? It's at 216 now. There is a very real possibility it could trail back to 148 tomorrow, and if it does, you're going to have all these people who say, buy. This is the dip. Buy more GameStop, pump it back up to 216 if it goes down to 147, 148. And how long this will last, I don't know. But at least till end of the day on Friday, for sure. So next week, Monday, very, very curious to see where GameStop is. Who knows? Maybe GameStop's going to be at $350 by the time Monday hits around. Who knows? And then it'll just be a bubble. And my other concern that I have, and you guys might think this is silly, is let's say GameStop goes up. And let's say you got all these believers who are like, okay, let's hold on to GameStop. So let's say earnings comes around. Earnings is in April. See that? April 1st. And when people hear about the earnings, because this is so freaking how would I say, detached from the earnings, like, is the GameStop earnings gonna crash on April 1st? I'm just saying this because we have some people, they pay attention to the earnings things, and if people buy into GameStop and then they hear about the earnings and they're like, what the hell? It's not that great. Not that great compared to other competitors. People might want to dump the stock. I think whatever the wave for GameStop, it'll probably end by April 1st. But even then, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. This is like uncharted territory. Yeah, so, yeah, Chamath and Elon, They both talked about GameStop today. So I do agree. Reading articles about GameStop, this kind of stuff. Where is it? GME stock. So you guys can pull it. See, GME stock rockets on Elon Musk tweet, AMD, that kind of stuff. See, they jumped up a 90. Oh, this was 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago, it jumped up 90%, and now it jumped up 130% today. It's just insane. See, if you want to gamble, go to the casino. Yeah, this is how Wall Street bets push GameStop shares to the moon. Yeah. Look at this. So what's up with GameStop stocks? The whole famous thing that people are saying now is, I just like that stock. I like the price of the stock in terms of how much it's been moving, the percentage, but in terms of the stock itself, I'm not a big fan of GameStop. Just gonna be honest here. Yeah, I just yeah. Also, I've heard some people, they say that for GameStop, they want to help the numbers out when it comes to earnings. What they are going to do is that they're going to be opening the power player rewards thing and try to buy a few games here and there from GameStop, trying to push up their sales figure. And I thought to myself, that's really cute. That's cute, trying to support GameStop. And then we're like, oh yeah, I bought a game from GameStop and hopefully the sales figure. I get it. Every little bit counts, but I can't justify a $212 price point for GameStop. Like, of all the stocks I could buy for $212, like, look at this. Microsoft is $232. Look at that. If you had $250, what would you rather spend your money on? Microsoft? GameStop. If you're better, I know people would say, I want to put my money into GameStop because maybe I can double my money tomorrow. But long term, you can't go wrong with Microsoft. In my opinion. So. Yeah, Amazon has kind of gone down. The 6 months has kind of gone sideways since July. So, when earnings comes out, I think Amazon stock comes out on February 4th. Let me see, AMZN. Come on, here we go. Let's do this over here. So I always click my full feature chart. Yeah, I don't like doing that. Okay. So Amazon went up 1% today, 1% after hours. As we get closer to earnings, I expect it to kind of rise a little higher. People are expecting it. See, earnings, February 2nd. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this one. I think that Amazon might be announcing a split share. If they do, I really, really, really hope they do. I know that I know Elon Musk has said that he feels like Jeff Bezos is kind of like a copycat. And I think that it's pretty apparent what happened to Tesla's stock price after they did a split. So I expect Amazon to also do a split. And after they do a split, in my opinion, I think the stock price is going to surge after they do a split, because people are going to say, I couldn't afford Amazon when it was $3,369. But if they do a five-way split, they could say something like, I couldn't afford it $3,326, but at $600 or $630, I can afford that. So the price is the stock is gonna move more rapidly if you do $600 a share instead. And it worked for Tesla, and I expect it to work for Amazon too. It's just, yeah, it's like this kind of price point. Yeah, you're not gonna have too much people and wanting to invest into it. I'm always that kind of person. Like, I just like full shares. I don't like this fractional share stuff. But in terms of Amazon, like, I don't know how much wiggle room they have, because if someone bought Amazon right now for $3,326. If they want to double it, then it has to reach $6,000 something, right? $6,700 or something like that. I don't see Amazon getting to 6,700 today this year. It's just like that. That's just mind blowing to me. But if Amazon does a split and it goes to 630 a share, and let's say, do I think it would be realistic for 630 to hit $800 this year instead? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, but not this whole. Yeah, it's like that price is kind of scary. So I really hope that they do some sort of split so it's less scary. Yeah, I'm already watching Blackberry. Blackberry is pretty good. So yeah. Yeah, Blackberry's taking a break today. Blackberry went up 11%. So not bad. Not bad at all. So we'll see what happens. Happy with my investments, how it's turning out so far. And the only freaking one that is sinking my portfolio is Mara. And not too happy about Mara. Yeah, Mara. Oh, God. I think I'm like down 30-40% on Mara. I'm like, I'm going to be holding that freaking bag. But while I'm holding that bag, I will be curious to see what happens to GameStop tomorrow. Gosh, that's some scary freaking number, 47. So look at this. Microsoft had earnings. It only went up 5%. GameStop doesn't have earnings, and they go up 47%. Just because people believe in it, people want to buy it, and there's just a pump on this thing. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think GameStop will top off at. I personally, or top off at, or what price you think it's going to hit tomorrow. I personally will not be surprised if GameStop hits $325 tomorrow. Yeah, I wouldn't really be surprised. 300, 325, 350, 300, I won't be surprised. But I kind of question, when does this acceleration stop? And will people just keep holding on until it hits $600 or $1,000? And if GameStop hits $1,000 for me, I'll be getting $4,000. I don't think it's going to get up that high, but I'm just going to diamond hand it. Yeah, and watch out for the volatility. I'm not recommending any of you guys to get GameStop or BlackBerry, any of the stocks that I spoke about. This is all just my opinion, but I do recommend that if you guys do want to get into any stock, please just average. Don't buy it all at one time, because you might end up holding the bag. And like I said, yesterday I bought it at peak. I wish I didn't buy it at peak. Thankfully, it worked out. I bought it right here yesterday. Right here. This is where I bought it from. And I am very, very lucky that it went higher. So it didn't just hit at 148. It went up to 217. And if it didn't, I would have been holding the bag. I don't want you guys to make that mistake for any stock. So averaging is the way to go. As mentioned before, there's a lot of volatility in GameStop. So if you do invest in GameStop, keep in mind, you're probably going to be wondering what's happening to your money. You're going to be wondering, like, shit, is it going to go up down 20% rapidly? Is there going to be a halt? Is it going to rise up? And that's what happens when you invest in a stock that is getting pumped right now. You don't know what the future has to bring. It's nice to see these gains. Like, you guys might think like, oh, Erica, you must be super happy to see your 50% gain. I'm happy about it, but I know there is a chance that it can fall all the way back down. And yeah, if it falls all the way back down, it'll suck. But that's what volatility happens. If you don't check your GameStop, or if you invest in a stock like this and you don't check it for a few days, maybe it'll retract all the way back down to $60. You don't know. So it's important to kind of watch the stock, see what happens to it. Always assess what your risk tolerance is, how much you're willing to put into a stock, and stick with it. I would not recommend going all in, but that's just my opinion. because knowing some people putting their life savings into GameStop, going all in, and if it works out favorably, they're really happy and they feel like they got lucky. But if they're on the other end of it and it drops down and they bought it at the peak, that is a sickening, sickening thought. Why not sell half of your position and get your money back? That way you're playing with house money. I could, but nah, I'd rather just keep all my 4 shares. I'd rather just keep all my 4 shares and see how that pans out, because who knows? But I do know people do that. If they purchase X amount, then they'll sell a certain amount, and that way the money that they play with is for free. But yeah, for me, I'm just gonna hold all my shares and see what happens. I expect it to go up tomorrow. I expect there to be a shakeout, and I expect, God, look at this, it's 2:20 now. I expect it to end up on the news. And from what I learned with Bitcoin, is publicity is a good thing. When people hear about gains and they think about it as easy money and easy entry point, then they're gonna follow suit. So very, very curious what happens with GameStop. Okay, you guys, I will see you. And again, let me know in the comment section what price you think GameStop is gonna end tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow afterwards. And actually, you know what, I think Tesla has earnings afterwards, and if they do have earnings, maybe I'll live stream the earnings, or live stream the chart, and then we can kind of gauge what happens. I think they're going to beat earnings. I think the stock's going to go up. But even if the stock doesn't go up and it drops down 5%, I'm not worried about Tesla at all. Not worried at all. Yeah. See ya.